The Duchess of Cornwall, who we can't call the Princess of Wales because of her adulterous affair and the fact that it somehow, in a roundabout way, allegedly led to the loss of the first Prince of Wales. Okay, the sound. There's the sound. Okay, I see the sound is working. Thank you so much. You think I would know by now. Can I start off with a little bit of messy? Do you all want me to get to that later? Yes, no? How about I do it anyway? You know, one of my favorite videos that I have ever made, one of my favorite videos was, of course, Camilla's Garden. But the other favorite messy, oh, y'all want messy right away, right? Okay. Let me just do this because this was so much fun. We just can't talk about it. So, having said that, I will say this much. Prince Charles has spent a fortune trying to rebrand their relationship using the best public relations people that the Duchy of Cornwall can afford, and still it hasn't worked. All it took was a couple of episodes of The Crown, and all of a sudden it was just undone because we know who you are. We know who both of you are. And so, taking the measure of your collective characters, Prince of Wales and Duchess of Cornwall, I have decided to speak not only for myself, but for other people who are taking exception to your attitude when it comes to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who are actually living their best life in sunny California. Now, this is in no way reflecting anything from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This is my own feelings being expressed the only way I know how. That's it for now. Oh boy, I love that. That is so much fun. I have to tell you, that is one of those things where when I made it, I was literally in tears. I was just I was beside myself with tears. But oh man. So how is everybody? Let's see. Let me go to some comments here. Oh, by the way, let's see. I did notice that some of you all have expressed some generosity early on. Let me see if I can find that. Let's see. There we go. Can't bring it up right now. Let's see. Uh, but let's see. That was B10 Pow. And there was someone else. There we go. Okay, so let me try to straighten this out. I want to get rid of that. And I want to, let's just put the Sussexes up there. Okay, so I'm going to, you got to go. There we go. Thank you, Bernadine Robinson. I can see it clearly now. Thank you so much. That was very kind of you. Happy Friday night to you. And let's see who else. And B10 Pal. Okay, I am navigating. I promise you, I am navigating this technology tonight. Oh, there we go. B10 Pal, longtime supporter. Thank you so much. And I want to say I missed somebody because I saw that while I was having fun with Camilla. But did you guys like that? If you haven't seen my Camilla Gardens video, there was someone else who did a contribution, and I wanted to acknowledge that, but I don't see it. Oh, I do apologize for that. Speaking of contributions, some of you all have actually donated to the channel by the PayPal and by the God help you if you went to the uh, the Patreon. I know my Patreon is a disaster, but Patreon tries to make you work like you're doing two channels at once. And I'm not good at walking and chewing gum, so that didn't work out for me so well. But again, thank you if you have donated. I usually don't give a list of names of people who have donated because I did that one time and someone said, "Oh, if you because see, I see sometimes I could see a different name than what you use for your channel, and by mistake, I accidentally by mistake put the person's real name up, and that was a problem for them. So I'm a little bit shy now about that." But how is everyone? Let me try to look at some comments before I get in. I'm feeling kind of like shady tonight. I am feeling a touch shady. So let's see. Bernadine, B10 Pow. Okay. I think that was it. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm feeling just a tad shady. So let me undo this. And let's see. What am I seeing here? Walking and chewing gum at the same time is hard. Yes, it is. Thank you for amening that for me. I'm gonna scroll back if you all don't mind. Hey Lydia, Church Nelly. Anybody else from the Mod Squad on here? What about Anastasia? Anybody else? Let's see. I'm going back. I'm going back. Beverly. How are you, Beverly? Good evening, squaddies around the globe. Hoping you're all doing okay and ready for the weekend. What happened to the sound? Well, I happened to the sound. That's what happened. But I'm hoping it's working right now. But yeah, I just like barrened all over the place. So let me see. Bring the shade. Hey, Church Nelly, bring on the shade. The racket, the messy. Okay. So let me start here then. Well, this one is not so shady, but this is actually you guys remember Peter Brady from the Brady Bunch, right? Gosh, what was his name? Christopher Knight. I think that was Peter, right? Christopher Knight. Well, anyway, Christopher Knight has had a bit of luck. We've heard this story before, right? We've all heard this story before. Someone who produces something, sells something, stands for something, is doing something, whatever the case may be, they have a bit of luck that they could not have counted upon when they went to sleep at night. Well, as you know, there's a line of furniture. I forgot where they sell it. I think it's I forgot to read. Is it Lowe's or where do they sell it? Anyway, Christopher Knight actually sold the lawn furniture that was featured on the Oprah interview. That outdoor furniture set, well, I guess not lawn furniture, but patio furniture. That furniture came from a company that he either founded or have a controlling interest in it some kind of way. And so next thing you know, their sales went through the roof. It's called that Sussex effect, that Meghan Markle sparkle effect, and his fortunes. He was doing okay because apparently it's really nice furniture. I mean, you could just see part of the chair where they're sitting right there. I'll move this so you guys can get just a little bit of a better view of it. Uh, there we go. So you can see where the Duchess of Sussex is seated, right? You can see where Harry is seated. That furniture comes from the Christopher Knight collection. And anyway, I do have some information about it, and I will share that with you right here. It says when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle bombshell Oprah interview, well, of course, they always got to call it bombshell. Actually, that's not the part I wanted to read first. Uh, it was a huge deal. We call it Chairgate. Knight, who is 64 years old, who famously played Peter Brady on The Brady Bunch, tells People of magazine that of the situation with a laugh, explaining that people began going crazy for the chairs online, and they sold immediately out. That's how he found out they had been featured. The chairs in question are a set of white cushion wicker club seats called the Burchett chairs. Now they cost $578.99 US for two of them, and you can get those on Amazon, he says. Nice of him to give us the price, right? But for the online sale only, the furniture that Knight's friend from high school began in. Oh, so he and his friend from high school started this furniture collection back in 2011. And he was asked to partner and eventually gave his name to the top of it. Okay, so his name is on the furniture. It was a pleasant surprise and shocking in the income that came our way just because of them sitting in the chairs, he said jokingly. You would have thought the importance of the interview would have overshadowed the chair, but it brought us a great deal of attention, and we are grateful for the additional attention that was brought to us. Christopher Knight's Home Products, that's the name of it. Christopher Knight's Home Product. So I guess if you can call me an influencer, I'm using my influence right now to tell you about his chairs. They can also be found online on overstock.com and at Target. The collection stays on top of design trends, he notes, and the majority of the pieces are affordable. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Christopher Knight. We are finding that people are reacting very positively to these expressions. Oh, by the way, kid, just imagine this. Not only were the Sussexes rescued by, well, Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey, they assisted them in gaining their financial independence by, Tyler Perry doing everything that he's done for them. And of course, I'm sure Oprah has had a hand in on it. But also, let's not forget, they were saved by a knight with wicker chairs. Otherwise, they may they may have had to do this interview standing up. No, I'm just exaggerating, of course. But anyway, let me look at some comments here. What am I missing? Good evening, Baron and Squatties alike. God bless you one and all as we pray for our Sussex family and Mother Doria without ceasing and continuously for another for this what our what I'm sorry, for one another For this is what our Heavenly Father wants. I say amen to that, Jacqueline. What else is next here? I know I was hoping Eden would, the Duchess of Meghan out of her mouth. Uh, Eden. Who is Eden? Did I miss something? Eden. And when I say that, it's like I'm so preoccupied with what I'm doing here. Sometimes I forget the nickname of this person and that person, but I haven't forgotten Lord Nappyhead yet. That's the nickname I made up myself. Lord Nappyhead. But anyway, so yeah, Christopher Knight. I feel like I'm talking loud, but Christopher Knight said that. Okay, I'm talking loud and I'm trying to read this. What am I missing here? Well, anyway, let me say hi to some people. Hi, Church Nellie, Lydia Washington, Sylvia Dixon, Bernadine Robinson, Church Nellie, Deanna, Anastasia. Another mod squad is here. Anastasia Labella. Who else? Connie Balmer. Hey, Connie from Switzerland. Um, Somebody was rude to you. Me too, Nellie. He was extremely rude. Who was rude? Did I miss something? I feel bad that I'm missing all of the chat because I'm actually hosting this podcast and I feel like I'm missing something. Uh hey, oh wow, that moved. There we go. Hey Mara. Uh Annie Bullard, Church Nellie, please do not give Baron another drink. Hey, I got rheumatoid arthritis. I need some of that Nelly elixir. Church Nelly's elixir is good for a lot of things, including your car's performance. If you want a better performance out of your automobile, pour some of Church Nelly's elixir in the gas tank. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that Church Nelly elixir is responsible for a lot of things we can't explain. Like, I bet you she's been in Church Nelly's elixir. Look at that face. Only Church Nelly's elixir can explain that face. Okay. So, the other thing I wanted to get to was Peggy Noonan. Are you guys familiar with Peggy Noonan? Peggy Noonan, I believe she won a Pulitzer Prize for journalism or something like that. Peggy Noonan. Peggy Noonan, she's you know, I want to say she's conservative, but I'm not 100% sure. She seems to be somewhat centrist until this happened. And then I'm just like, okay, Peggy, I don't like you no more. Peggy Noonan says in the the Wall Street Journal, Vice President Harris needs to make herself appear more chastened and humble. Is that code? I wonder what that's code for. What kind of code do you hear coming out of Peggy Noonan's mouth? Now, full disclosure, I did not read the article because you have to have a subscription for that. And I got so many things that I'm paying a little bit here and a little bit there. Every month I'm paying for stuff. I cannot wait until my new card arrives because the old one should expire soon. And when that happens, either that or I should just cancel my card and start over because, we're all paying for stuff that we may have forgotten about. So, anyway, yes, that's Peggy Noonan. Peggy Noonan of wrote in the Wall Street Journal that I think she's trying to say she needs to be 50%. She needs to try to be 50% less. Yes, Joan. Yes, Joan. Yes, yes. That is code. That is code. That's exactly what it is. Peggy Noonan is speaking code, which is used for women of color, especially any woman with any type of African ancestry. Then we have to use that code. It's code language. Uh-huh. Yes, Veronica, quick. Baron, can you do a podcast on Katie's ex-girl? Oh, I'm sorry. Katie Girl's Christmas show. Oops, that's not on her Christmas show. I do have something to say about the Christmas show, actually. And I don't see any reason why we shouldn't wait for it. This is what I wanted to say about that. Now, of course, I didn't see the show, but I want you to notice something here. Look in the background. Now, there are some of those, I guess they call them bike lock barriers or bike barriers or whatever. You know, it looks like something that you would lock your bike on. Ethan's husband is here. Yes, no. Anyway, if you notice in the background, it doesn't look like there's any people being held back, any excitement that's being contained in any way whatsoever. It looks just like this. Look in the background behind this car here. You see the automobile there, which is an electric car? Well, behind it, there's more of those barriers, and you see someone pushing a baby. You see a couple of other bystanders. I'm talking about on the other side of the fencing there. Notice there's nobody there. And this is for that earthworm thing that William had. Earthworm or earshot or something like that, they called it. Um, whatever this event was, that you know the which one I'm talking about. If you notice, there's nobody back there. I guarantee you that the people in the background were just in the area. They saw a little commotion. They did not get up, get dressed, and leave the house with that child in the pram, as you guys call it over there. We call it a stroller or whatever. But they did not leave their house so that they can get down there to this event so that they could gaze adoringly upon the Cambridges. I guarantee you that didn't happen. Those people just happened to be on their way to the Tesco's finest or on their way to Mark and Spencer's or something like that. But trust me, they were not there to see the earthwig or earwig or earth shot, whatever it is. Earth shot, right? Earth shadow. Anyway, they didn't come out just to see the Cambridges, not Kate or William, none of that. So I'm telling you, I'm just in a shady mood tonight because they're getting on my nerves. You hear me? I'm just sick of them. Do you hear me? Sick! I'm just sick of them. All of them. Especially Charles. Charles is such a disappointment. Charles has so much potential to do great things. And even though he's done some things in the past that make us really, uh, you know, it's hard to dislike him, but you can't really like him. And there's some people who would say that I'm being way too nice to him, and I agree. But he's just such a disappointment. He really is. Um, Somewhere beneath all that bravado, he's gone completely south. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Look at what's happened to him. Oh, what is going on inside of that whatever he has? Oh, he's all red and puffy and oh boy. I mean that yeah. Yeah, look at him. Just look at him. I saw that picture and let me see. Oh, Peggy Noonan? I didn't realize that. You know, I used to see Peggy Noonan years ago on one of those like chat shows, I guess the McLaughlin group. I used to love to watch the McLaughlin group, but I haven't seen Peggy Noonan for years. So let's see. Sylvia Dixon says, Arno, we have not seen Reverend Darlene online lately. Maddie, hey Maddie Rambo. Peggy needs to. Are you trying to make me lose my monetization? Oh boy. I don't want to lose my monetization. So, let's see. Yes, Joan. Um, okay, let me go a little bit further here. I'm just gonna skip through because I'm missing a whole lot here. He paid a visit to Camilla's garden. Oh, the comments. You guys, if you watch the Camilla's garden video, please go to the comments. Some of the comments are hysterical. It's like everybody who commented, they really picked up where I left off, and they were absolutely hysterical. I literally wept through that video. Harry and Meghan announced as the most photogenic couple. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. I was going to get to that. I was going to get to that. Let me find a thing here. Um, I'm not sure if it's about the being photogenic, but you know, um, sometimes the tabloids like to pull that good cop, bad cop stuff on us. And let's see, is this it? Nope. That oh, that's something else. Oh, maybe I didn't cue it up. But anyway, okay, let me go to this one then. Take a look at this. Rare insight into Prince William's charming character and the clearest explanation yet of why relations with his brother are so strained, right? Now, right now, all they're doing is going on and 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 on about how William is opening up. And didn't they just criticize Harry about that? Harry is playing a foolish game. The trouble with his public soul searching is that after a while, the novelty begins to wear thin. Now, this is from Sarah Vine, and that's also from Sarah Vine. Well, which way do you want it, Sarah? Is it okay for one brother to express himself, and yet the other brother should say nothing? You see the hypocrisy there? This is why I'm sick. Absolutely sick. That's one reason why I'm sick. So, we're not surprised by that hypocrisy. And by the way, I don't want to take credit for putting this together. I got those two headlines from Twitter. And when I saw it, of course, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to talk about that today. So there you have it. Blatant hypocrisy at its finest. I mean, like right here, William seems, I mean, if anybody saw this photo, they would think, oh, William is just some brother supporting his brother, and they come together so that they could celebrate their mom's memory. But deep down inside, we all know who William is. That's what lies beneath. Take a look at him. That's the real William. This is the public persona, and that's the real William right there. Right there. That's what's hiding and lurking beneath those few strands right there is some. You're welcome, Church Nelly. I told you I was feeling kind of messy today. But yeah, another person who makes me sick is this guy right here. I mean, he just makes me sick. He really does. He doesn't know what to do next. And this whole thing with the whoop-de-doop hairdo, I mean, that's just so played out. Take a comb, put a little pomade in your hair, and stop trying to be eccentric and interesting because nobody's buying it. It was like over before it started. But the guy is smart in one way in that he has created this characterization for himself that people have seemed to, I guess, attach themselves to. But really, you cannot conceal your buffoonery forever. People are really starting to catch on. So I'd like to see him, take a comb to it and just try to act like a normal person or something. I don't know what to say. But I'm glad he's over there and not over here. We've had enough of the buffoonery for the past 4 years. So you guys can have them. We've had enough of it. And I know some people don't like Biden, but I tell you, given the alternative, I'd rather keep Biden. So let me go and look at some comments here because I feel like I'm missing a lot. But yeah, so that's just a few of the things that I wanted to cover. And I definitely wanted to say thanks to everyone for the generous contributions that I have received. And even even though I haven't publicly listed everybody's name, I do want you all to know that I deeply appreciate it. I'm laughing because I'll just show you what I just saw. Megan has such a sense of humor. When she said that Krusty the Clown thing, I thought I was going to slide under the chair. But that just goes to show you how lovable and approachable that the Duchess of Sussex is, that she can make fun of herself. Well, when she told Ellen, she said that she thought she looked like Andy McDowell, and and her friends at school said that she looked like Krusty the Clown. I thought I was going to scream. That was so funny to me. But I'm so glad that Megan can laugh again. I'm so glad that she feels empowered enough to be the clown for people. I'm glad she feels empowered to do that because you have to really, especially when you have the scrutiny of the world on top of you like that, you have to really feel secure in yourself to go out there and be the butt of the joke, to have fun, to live and live, to let your hair down, to breathe free. I mean, that's just something that you could not possibly um ever, I guess, downplay. You have to have a free spirit to be able to go out and do that. Now let me see, what am I missing here? I like the Biden as long as the stimulus checks keep rolling in. Yeah, those stimmies, boy, I tell you, those stimmies, that was something else. Let me see. Darkness works wonders. Let's see. What am I missing here? Yes, comfortable enough to laugh. Yes, she is. Sylvia says, it was funny that Krusty the Clown. I thought it was hilarious. That part I just played over and over and over again. Yep. Yes, Mesa Trees, comfortable enough to laugh. Uh Joanne Baker, how are you tonight? Boris looks like someone scared him. Boris took a page out of the Orange Menaces. Yes, took a page out of the Orange. I always call him the Orange Menace. He took a page out of the Orange Menaces book. Yeah, it's a ploy. It's a ploy. But I love Megan. Did you guys like the video yesterday about the Intrepid Awards? When I saw that, I was like, yeah, I have to make a video. And I'm sorry, you guys, I didn't edit anything for tonight, but I had an appointment today unexpectedly, and I didn't want to be all night uploading. So I decided to defer to the live chat. The Betty Crocker dress Kate wore, please, I thought she was about to share a new recipe for the holidays. Cheer. Yeah, she's like her fashion palette is very Laura Ashley 1980s. Very, it seems like you could just flip over a vintage Sears catalog and next thing you know, there's one of Kate's outfits there. Kate has, I don't know, maybe this is a form of protest the way she dressed. Maybe she's like really trying to. Let me see. How did William get that way after being brought up by his pristine mother? That's because William was indoctrinated the same way that they've always indoctrinated any heir to the throne. He was um, he was given a certain burden of empire, and I'm surely he believes that there's still an empire to be burdened with. I just got a feeling he that's part of the way he reasons with himself. But he's been indoctrinated. He's drinking the Kool-Aid, if you will. So it's really no wonder that for whatever reason that he believes that he's going on to some greatness, um like nobody else except for himself and anybody in between, like Charles and the Queen. Like nobody else could ever possibly have done that job that they're doing because they were ordained. It was destiny. So yeah, he believes it. I believe that he believes it. Okay. Anna, is that Anna and Espinoza? Is she here tonight? Let's see. Did you see let me see. Did you see the Atai and his date? Went to Melba. Who went to Melba's? Somebody in who I saw something about somebody going to Melba's. Hey, Duchess of Success is here. Does anyone in the UK know if Jordan was on the red list this year? You mean the nation of Jordan? If the Cambridges went on a holiday when it was, the peasants will revolt. Yeah, they're not peasants, they're subjects. So I take exception to you calling people peasants. They're subjects. They're subjects of Her Majesty the Queen. Yes, they're tone deaf. Absolutely right. Joyce. Joyce says, Church Nellie, she's auditioning to play June Cleaver. I remember June Cleaver of Leave It to Beaver fame. I remember her. Okay, so let me get rid of Krusty. See, I can't even look at that picture of Crusty. Listen to me. It does sound like I've had some of Church Nellie's magic elixir, Clutchy. I cannot look at that photo of I almost said it again. Krusty the Clown. I keep wanting to say Clusty, but it's Krusty the Clown. Anyway, I cannot look at that picture and keep a straight face. Um, let's see. Let's just look at Harry strutting and stuff while I read some comments here. Yeah, I do sound like I've been fooling in some type of potion. Stop jumping chats. There we go. Let me see. You can order Duchess of Meghan Together cookbook. I ordered mine. Oh, by the way, I'm so glad you said that, Sylvia. This reminds me of something. If you guys have ordered anything from Amazon or if you ordered from any place, please do go back and leave a very, I guess, honest compliment about the product that you purchased when it has something to do with the Duchess of Sussex. Like, for instance, the cookbook. I want y'all to go in there and leave a positive comment because there's so many people who are just buying the book so that they can leave a hateful comment. We need to make sure that we always, always, always leave a squatty worthy compliment about anything to do with the Duchess of Sussex and anything that the Sussexes are promoting, because it's so many people that try to, like, if you remember when the cookbook first came out, or was no the bench when the bench first came out, if you remember, there was people that were reviewing the bench that never even purchased the book and saying terrible, nasty, negative things about the Duchess of Sussex, about the book, and all that kind of stuff. and they didn't even buy the book. So I think Amazon took care of that. If I remember from Tina and Michelle, Amazon took care of that. So you all, please, 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 whatever you purchased, if it has anything to do with our Duchess, make sure you go and leave a positive review. Amen. Okay, what am I missing here? I see something about Archwell. Archwell. Okay, slow down, chats. Okay, there we go. I saw something Archwell. Is that it? Okay. Also hit Amazon Smile and support Archwell. Yes, thank you, Lori. Yes, thank you. Please, please support our Duchess because it's the only way that they're going to know that there are more people who love and support them and fewer people that are just reaching out in anger and frustration because the two people that they're throwing all their support behind. Actually, the thing is, they're not even throwing their support behind those other Duke and that other Duke and Duchess. They're not even throwing their support behind them. They're just throwing their hostility toward the Duchess of Sussex, and because of that, that's why Harry is being targeted because it's just another way to strike out against her. So yeah, we have to make our voices heard. So I totally have made sure that everything that I purchased, I have gone back to leave a positive review. So what else did I have here tonight? Let me say hello to Bernadine Robinson. The tunnel must be finished. I have not seen Andrews since. Oh, you mean Andrews' escape tunnel that the Queen has been working on, Bernadine? The reason why the Queen sprained her back is because she was digging that tunnel. Um, um, oh, thank you, Mercy Dixon. Thank you. Let's see who else here. Grace Bedell, hello, welcome. And B10 Pal, hello. I'll do that, Baron. I'll go back and leave a good review. Yes, please do. Please do. And everybody else, if you have forgotten whether or not you've done it, just go back and check. If you go through your history on Amazon, you could always go back to that product and leave a review. Let's see. My granddaughter just had a baby girl. Congratulations, Jennifer Edwards. And our family brought the book on the bench, which she was very happy to receive at her baby shower. Well, congratulations, Jennifer. Let's see who else we got here. I know I'm sick too, Annie. I'm sick of it. You hear me? Sick. Yes, congratulations. Congratulations, Jennifer. Yes, Skull and Bone. That's a good name. Skull and Bones. Yeah, because one does look like a skull, and the other one kind of reminds me of Hansel and Gretel. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Raven. Let's see. I want to make sure I covered everything I wanted to talk about. Let me take another glimpse here. I talked about Michael Knight. I talked about Peggy. Oh yeah. Here we go. Let me get the headline up there first. But anyway, sometimes the tabloids, they play this good cop, bad cop thing when it comes to the Sussexes. Mostly bad cop, mostly insanely bad cop. But on occasion, you'll find something that seems like is positive, only for it to finish with, 16, 17, 18 bathrooms, um, 20 bedrooms, a runway for their private jets, a fleet of automobiles, all the stuff they love to say about the Sussexes, right? So, anyway, having said that, let's see, is this the one here I want? According to the Express, which I think the article actually comes from someplace else. Oh, come on here. Behave. Nope, that's not working out for me. Anyway, Harry and Meghan. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm having a technical. Oh, there it is. Okay, Meghan Markle and Harry. That's actually Her Royal Highness Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and His Royal Highness Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Nope, that's not it. That is not it. Anyway, it says that the Meghan and her husband, Prince Harry, that is so weird the way they wrote that, are the most photogenic royal couple in the world. So that's what one of the squaddies just mentioned earlier. And let's see, it says here the research by the photography expert Printique analyzed Instagram hashtag for 24 of the most popular royal couples in the world. And apparently, by doing this, they could discover that the most photogenic royal couple of all time. Okay, I almost got the headline here. There we go. This is what I wanted to share with you guys. Eventually. There we go. Anyway, aha. Thank you. There we are. So, as I was saying, Prince Harry and Meghan were the winners who came out on top. A spokesperson for Printique commented on the finding exclusively for theexpress.com. They said that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are a royal inspiration when it comes to romance. Did you guys see this already or no? Let's see. They constantly prove. Oh, I got to expand that for my baby boomer eyes because I can barely. I can barely see that. Oh, let me get this banner out the way. Whose banner is that? Raven, that's your banner that I'm blocking the bottom of it with. I got to go back and there we go. Okay, now you guys should be able to see it. Anyway, they are the most, but we already know that, right? We all know that they're the most photogenic couple. So, of course, like I just said, it's amazing how the tabloids pretend like they are the most irrelevant, unneeded, unnecessary people in the world, the most overindulged people in the world, only for them to occasionally give some little hint of a compliment. And then they'll tell you that they have 56 bathrooms and that their home cost $500 million. Okay, let's see. Rosa Roberts, how are you? Yeah, Jacqueline, this was today. Cypher, what's going on? Everybody, Cypher's here. Is the Express writing all of these good stuff under the threat of lawsuit? You know what? I don't know. It's just occasionally they will do that, but not often enough for my taste. But occasionally they will, they'll do something like that, but just not often enough. That's how I see it. But and it only confirms what we already know, right? It's not like we didn't know these things. It's just that they decided to give, like, I don't know, just throw a bone for the sake of it. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see it. Anything positive, I won't even question their motivation, but anything positive, I'll take it. What say you? Okay, let me see some more comments here. Let's see. How many people do we have? 549. Welcome all. And thank you everyone who has been very generous to contribute to the success of Royal Sussex. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, by the way, you guys, I spoke to Nathan. even though Nathan is long distance right now, he said he would gladly like to visit the Royal Sussex again. So um, so maybe one day in the future we'll have him back on. We'll let him interview me and let him figure out what makes me tick if you guys are into that. But otherwise, if you guys haven't heard of I haven't seen the what do you call it? The what do we call that video? Anyway, whatever the video was called, that was the one where Nathan interviews me. Um, he's actually done that twice, and he said that he would like to do it again someday, even though he's not here with me. But so yeah, we'll do that soon. Let's see. Uh oh yeah, yeah. Definitely Cypher. He said he'd love to do that. The Express is all about making money. Meghan and Harry are money makers. That is true. That is true. It's like I always say, anytime somebody wants to make sure that a story or an article is successful, it's just like cooking gourmet food. You have to add like a tablespoon of Harry and Meghan, and then successfully you have created that gourmet meal. So B10 Pal says Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan are looking beautiful together. I mean, will look beautiful together. Always, I love the show of affection on the stage in New York at the Global Citizen Weekend. Yes, the PDAs, the public displays of affection. And let's see, what else did I miss here? Raven, you say the tabloids need money, they are desperate need of pictures of the Sussexes and especially King Archie and Queen Lili D. Oh, you know they would move heaven and earth to find those photos. Fortunately, uh oh, okay. Okay, let me see. TCC son became a new YouTube member. You just got a membership to Royal Sussex? That's wonderful. Thank you so much. And what did I miss here? What did I miss here? I think somebody else made a donation and I totally missed that. So I'm scrolling back so I can find who just left a donation. Ah, there we go. Aha, thank you, Halutka. Halutka Kazia? Halutka Kazia? I hope I'm saying it right. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us on Royal Sussex tonight. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad I didn't miss that. And thank you, TCC Son, for becoming a new member to the channel. And to all the members of Royal Sussex, thank you so much for joining and becoming a member. Let me see. Comments are going very fast. I'm missing stuff. Eileen, remember when you purchased from Amazon? Click Amazon Smile, and let's see, have a percentage go toward Archwell. Okay, okay. Thank you for the information. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I have. Okay, not so bad tonight. You know, I told you every time that I do live chats, my nose start running. Well, I've been on here for 54 minutes and I have been good so far. Excuse me. I purchased the bench 3 weeks ago. I just wrote my positive review of the bench by Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Thank you, Darlene Anderson. Thank you so much. And let's see. Cookies, she looked at the mannequin in an old store window. Okay, I missed that one. And of course, if you say mannequin, you know. Okay, you said it. I'll see if I can find it. I can take a hint. I can definitely take a hint. Um, you just have to give me a second and you shall receive your reward. But yeah, the thing with the Peggy Noonan, let us not forget Kamala Harris is under assault right now, especially from the right wingers. And so I haven't figured out exactly what I could purchase or whatever to show my support. And I certainly don't want to go into the chats and get into a back and forth with anyone, at least not under this YouTube account. But and as for that, I always tell you guys, just be careful when you do battle it out on social media. Just make sure you guys don't make it too personal so that you don't lose your account. But you know what I say, sometimes you have to let your opponents know where you're coming from. So whenever you feel like they got you on the ropes, I say whatever you feel like you need to say. Just make your point. Try not to get too personal. Throw a couple of jazz hands and just say what you need to say, and let them know where you're coming from. Um, let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Cypher. I just noticed that. Thank you. I'm scrolling for photos right now because somebody said mannequin and I can never find it when I need it, but it's coming. Yes, thank you very much. And let's see, who else did I miss here? Um, let's see. Hi, Dolores. Hope you are doing well. And what else? I see a bunch of thumbs up. Yolanda, you just made a donation. Thank you so much. I'm using two screens, so I'm going to highlight those very soon. But I'm using two screens, and the one I'm looking for my photo, I can't do that yet. But thank you so much. You guys are being way, way generous tonight. I really do appreciate it. Aha, there it is. Now, when I told you guys I have a black belt in making memes, I wasn't kidding. I do have a black belt in meme creation. And sometimes it's the only way that I can really deal with my frustrations. It's the only way I can vent my frustrations is to go and make memes. So this is one of my favorites. I did share that on on Twitter before. And yes, I still have a Twitter account. Um, but yeah, if you haven't seen the movie, it's from the 1980s, I think, and I'm showing my age by putting that up there like that. But yeah, so there's Cypher. Let's see. Thank you so much, Cypher. Saw Afro Annie today, did you? We love Afro Annie. Afro Annie, I swear, Afro Annie keeps knuckle dusters in her pocket. She just seems like that type of person. Oh boy. And Yolanda, thank you so much. Money for the messy. I'm trying my best, and you have to admit the messiness helps to relieve some of the stress from these daily. Oh, let's see here. Thank you, Yvonne Clark. Thank you for the super sticker. And cookies and cream. Thank you, cookies and cream. But yeah, I think that when we have a laugh, I mean, because we don't hate anybody, I keep saying that. We don't hate anybody. We're just letting off a little frustration. Sometimes we're enjoying ourselves. We see the Sussexes are out, Sussexing. Like I always say, let the Sussexes Sussex. And say that 10 times fast. Let the Sussexes Sussex. Let the Sussex. Oh, did I just bite my lip? Anyway, I always say, just let the Sussexes Sussex. Leave them alone. That's the whole point of it. Give them a break. It's like Mrs. Roper used to always say on what is it, Three's Company? Stanley, you never give the kids a break, Stanley. Yeah, give the kids a break, Stanley or Baldy. Looks like we got us another new member. Another new member. Thank you, Daphne Gabrielle, for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. You guys, I am completely floored by your kindness and generosity today. Hello, Reba. I haven't seen you all night. Reba Henderson and Adrian Burrow. Thank you for joining us in the live chats tonight. And let's see. Hi, Donna. And who else have I? Oh, Sistren. And let's see. Had a new coat, yet they are not hearing hollering about taxpayers' money. Yeah. You know, one thing I noticed too, did you guys see all of the Middletons at that service? The Middletons, there were more Middletons than there were Windsors. Did you guys notice that? There were Middletons all over the place. And I don't know if it was just my imagination, but did I see did I see Carol Middleton with her air hostess trolley serving drinks down the aisles of the Westminster Abbey? Or was that just my imagination? Because trust me, it's not beneath Carol Middleton to start serving drinks in the middle of some event to help, offset the losses that they have occurred trying to get the expenses that it has taken to conspire, allegedly, possibly, and most likely, to get the dullest thing since dishwater to become the future queen consort. I mean, Carol spent a lot of money moving those girls around so that Kate could get in there and do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So she could spend 10 years coming up with 5 questions for child development, only for her to go in front of a classroom full of kids. I am being messy tonight. Only to go in front of a classroom full of kids and try to tell them what they can do to fix their brains, which is astounding because she's the one that got a problem. Ain't nothing wrong with them kids. She the one. You all stop encouraging me. But she's the one that got a problem. How is she gonna go in the classroom and start preaching to them kids about what's wrong with their head, and she ain't done nothing to fix her own? I find that just the most outrageous thing, that she would dare go into that classroom and tell them kids that there's something wrong with your head and this is how you can fix it. Did I? Well, you know what? Maybe that's not what she said, but everything she said was barely audible. So whatever she said, you really couldn't hear it that well. But but the kids seemed genuinely pleased when she got up and left. Remember that? The kids were like, she's like, okay, okay. And they were like, bye. The kids didn't even applaud. They didn't stand up. They barely acknowledged her. And that is supposed to be the future of the monarchy. If that is the future, good luck, because y'all gonna need it. You all are gonna need it. But uh, I have a lot of fun with the Cambridges. Remember, we don't hate anybody. We love everybody, but we also I mean, we're human. We observe things, right? I mean, we noticed that she had 5 questions in 10 years. She's only been around the family for 20 years, so give her a break. If it takes 10 out of 20 years to come up with 5 questions, God bless her. Oh boy. Okay, so that's enough for that, because I don't, you know, um I don't dislike her, right? I'm not saying that I'm in love with her. I just saying I don't dislike her. And I tell you what, if all she got is 5 questions, then at least she's not wasting everybody's time. It's only a 5 question essay. So, yes, Lydia, she is a mean girl. Very mean. Yes. And you know what? That being said, it's healthier for us if sometimes on occasion we can forget exactly how cruel they have been, the people over at KP. If we can forget how cruel that they have been for at least 5 minutes and just have a laugh. And not just KP, don't forget the Royal Rodents because they're in on it too. They are in it deep. So let's just have a laugh when we can, and then other times we have to make sure that we support and defend the Sussexes. So let's see, any questions? Let me get back to the comments because I have been on a rant and I'm missing everything. Like for instance, I almost missed this, but yeah, I don't know if I had a chance to highlight Daphne, but there you are. Thank you so much, Daphne. And thank you for joining the membership on this channel. And someone sent me PayPal while I've been talking here. Um, I hope I could say your name, but I shouldn't because I don't know if it's the same one that you used while you're on the thing here. But anyway, thank you. I did just see your PayPal. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm just a little shy about that because the person, I said their name and they were just like, I like the channel, but and I didn't know the difference. So, and I'm like, I guess kind of spooked by something like that. I get too nervous to move after that. Let's see. The firm has time, and we all have the power of the people, but it needs to get organized for the sake of supporting goodness in this world. Absolutely mad wisdom. And that is mad wisdom. That is mad wisdom. Thank you so much for saying that because they do have the power, but we have the patience, we have the time, and we're on the right side of history supporting the Sussexes. I really do believe that. And I have to tell you, oh, you know what, guys? Somebody else. Let's see. I just got someone who joined Patreon. Thank you so much for that. I'm sitting here looking at my phone. I probably 3 screens going at one time. So just picture Lucy and Ethel in the chocolate factory, and that's what I'm doing right now. My head is twitching left and right like you wouldn't believe. Uh, I feel like I'm commanding a starship or something, or some type of vehicle. Let's see, dumb as a doorknob. Kathy Antone, that sounds very southern. Dumb as a doorknob. I say that all the time. I love it. Yeah, she was waiting for 10 years, and even is Ivy here? I see Anastasia said hi, Ivy. Is Ivy here with us? Hello, Ivy here. Or did you just say that so that you would get me to say, hello, Ivy here? Oh, I see. I see. Hey, Ivy. Welcome to the live chat. You guys, this is Ivy. This is my friend Ivy. Please watch the Sussex Global UK. Ivy has all kind of information. She gets into the whole nitty gritty of it. It explains a lot of why that family is so wacky. So you have to go to Sussex Global UK. Please subscribe because Ivy is doing like a lot of the heavy lifting that not only I'm not able to do, I'm not even capable of doing it, but Ivy really gets deep with it. So please go to Hello, Ivy here. I love saying that. Excuse me, not just that, but let's see, who else? Oh, um, Henry VIII, and her mom Kelly. Henry VIII and Kelly, they were on the other day doing their live, well, not live chat, but she talks to her mom sometime. I love that. Also, you guys, Ponce, I don't think I've ever mentioned them. I think maybe I mentioned them on our community page, but yeah, if you guys, I hope I don't have their profile picture to put up. But anyway, I'll try to make another reference to them on the community tab in case you haven't subscribed to them, because they are absolutely great. I mean, we have some great squatties. Amen. There are some great channels out here, and there's some wonderful alternatives to all of that negativity that we get day after day after day. That negativity that drives me messy. Not drive me mad, but drive me messy. Let's see, cookies and cream. You say something is going on. Why Daily Express put out a positive article about the Sussexes. These racist tabloids people are evil. The Express uh, didn't have a come to Jesus moment. I say amen to that, cookies and cream. Sometimes they do this to confuse us, to rock us back on our heels and catch us off guard. I don't know why, but just think how much more viewers or readers they would have every day if they say something positive. Like, for instance, the Duchess of Sussex on Ellen. By going on the Ellen show, just look at how much the ratings surged with them being positive. But they're committed to the nastiness. I mean, you don't see me committed to being nasty. I'm just as loving and polite and endearing as I can. I couldn't even get that out. But anyway, I'm just messy. Um if they were more like me, woo! If they were more like me, just imagine how much better the quality of their lives would be. But instead, they have gone to the dark side. They should be sweet and humble and loving and polite like I am. Woo! Thank you, Kay Costello, member for 5 months. A member for 5 months, 5 months of messiness. If I was you, I would schedule an appointment and talk to someone about this, because surely this can't be good for you. Such a squad always brings it. That's right. That's right. Let me see, Baron. I love when you say hello. Hello, Ivy here. Oh, trust me, Mary H. When I do that, it's hard to stop. You just think I'm doing it now. Sometimes, just out of the blue, I say, "Hello, Ivy here." Another one of my favorites is Keeping Up Appearances. The Bouquet residence, the lady of the house speaking. Mind the road, Richard. I love doing that. I don't do that so much nowadays, but that was one of my favorite shows, Keeping Up Appearances. I mean, we've all known a hyacinth bucket at some point or the other. That's Bouquet. Do you guys watch Downton Abbey? Do you guys watch Downton Abbey? Downton Abbey. Um, I love Elizabeth. What is it? Elizabeth McGovern? Is that her name? I love her, but that mousy voice that she used drives me crazy. Oh, Robert, don't catch me out. That mousy voice that she has, as much as I love her, that drives me crazy. But I tell you, I love to hear Carson. Um, wait, I can't even get it out. Wait a minute. What is that Carson said when he answered the phone? Oh, I can't even remember. But um, Lord Grantham. I can't even go that deep. But yeah, I love Carson. I can't wait for the movie to come out. Let me see. What am I missing here? Mad Wisdom. What you got for us? Boris Johnson faces grilling amid Christmas party scandal. The media will go to Harry and Meghan to distract from the issue at hand. Why is it easy to learn to hate? You know, that right there, the whole thing with, like, for instance, the Brexit, if I'm right, was predicated on this idea of hate toward others, right? It was driven by the fear of others, that we need to get those other people out of here and stop those other people from taking our jobs. So, if I remember, that was like the whole thing. And so they said that if we pass this Brexit, that more money would go to the national health care, national NHS or whatever. And it turns out that had nothing to do with it. And that most people didn't even know what Brexit was when they voted for it, but they just knew they needed to do it. And it was like, if it ain't broke, break it. Hey Vetty, haven't said hi to you yet tonight. Baron, I live here in the UK and I had no idea that Kate visited Westminster Cathedral for the carol service. And guess what? She was dressed in all red. Uh huh. Wonder where that idea comes from. Yeah, gee, I wonder what told her to wear red. She can try to get away with it because it is the holiday season. But yeah, as I demonstrated in those photos, there wasn't like any need to restrain the crowd because, uh, there was no crowd. So they got the kids out front to make sure. Uh-oh, I just got another Cash App. Thank you so much. I see that there. Um, I didn't see your name here on the chat, so I don't want to say your name, but thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I did just notice that pop up on my phone. That's why I can't sleep sometimes. My phone flashes throughout the night, so I make sure I turn it over so that the flash is on the bottom because I usually jump up and look like Don Knotts. I jump up with that look on my face. But thank you so much. But yeah, so no need to restrain the crowd for the carol service there, and no need to restrain the crowd for Earwig or Earthworm or whatever that event was. Look at there, there's nobody back there. Those people were on their way to grab some tea or something and just happened upon nothing because this whole event was a big fat nothing burger. Oh, I see right there. Thank you, Iris. Thank you. So, since Iris is using that name there, Iris was the one who just made a donation that I just called out. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't know how to ask if it's okay to put you all on a list, but I don't want to do that and then have somebody say, I didn't really mean for my name to be seen there. So that's why I'm so hesitant about that. I do apologize, but um, yeah. So let me get to some more comments here. Wow, we got 572 people watching. The comments go really, really fast. There's, I know how to slow it down like they do on Tina and Michelle, but when that happens, I don't know, it just looks weird on my end, so I don't like to do that. Let me see, what have I missed here? Yes, Church Nelly, it's called Earthworm, right? Earthworm or earwig, something like that. Tumbleweeds blowing. That is a typical Cambridge event. Tumbleweeds, crickets, tumbleweeds and crickets. Let's see. Nothing burger. Yes. I'm going to go through these really fast just to see what I'm missing here. Yes, Church Nelly, we need some of that Messiah moonshine. Mumbles didn't welcome the guests or say anything. Of course, she didn't say anything. Mumbles always fumbles. Let's see. And Michael Fawcett is playing the role of the fall guy. I'm sure Charles compensates him well for the 25 years of loyalty and taking the fall. And then, of course, Charles will fire him and make sure that he hire him back again. And just for a little background, you guys, I do have a connection with that Dumfries house. As you know, I went there one time because I saw it on the documentary. And I have to tell you, it's a beautiful place to visit. Even if you can't pay enough to get a CBE, go anyway. Even if you can't afford a CBE, go to the Dumfries house anyway, because it is a very cool place to visit. And the people in the community up there, full disclosure, they were they said that the Dumfries house brought a lot of jobs to the community. So in fairness, I have to tell you what I heard from like the local people, taxi driver, and a few other people in the community. So, but the people of Scotland are really cool anyway. They're not malicious people. They're not jaded by much. They are just. If you haven't been to Scotland, I loved the time I had in Scotland. It was wonderful. I ate more shortbread cookies than you could shake a stick at. There's more security than people. Oh boy, Ivy, I didn't know you talk like that. No need for barriers unless it's to stop anyone from leaving. Ivy, am I having like what do you call it? A bad influence upon you? Please don't go to the darkness with me or to the shade. But that is excellent. I wish I'd have thought of it. Boy, I tell you, Ivy, you really come through that time. I love it. Let's see, what else am I missing here? Ty Fletcher, welcome to the party. Walk, search for some earthworm. Let's see what else I'm missing here. Yes, Sylvia. Yes, Sylvia. You guys, please make sure you go over there and subscribe. Ivy has a new podcast every Sunday, and that's at the Sussex Global UK. So make sure you go over there and subscribe because it has been life changing for me. Because not only do you get a good idea what's going on in Narnia with the Windsors, but even your own personal relationships, you can see how people try to pull that power play on you or try to like brainwash you or usurp your authority or whatever. So I highly recommend. Maybe Baron, the Middletons being royal now. Yes, they are the royal Middleton family. While the queen is sick. Yeah, the queen is indisposed right now, if that's the proper term. So all of a sudden, here comes Carol with her trolley of drinks, raising funds for where do they live? Buckleberry or something like that. Maybe they want to put an extension on the house. I wonder, since I'm being extremely messy tonight, will we have to refer to her as the Queen Mother? Is that what she's posturing for right now? Carol Middleton wants to be the Queen Mother? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Well, I was almost said that she doesn't drink enough to be the Queen Mother, but I'm wrong. Uh, I gotta stop. You guys do not encourage me. I gotta stop because next thing you know, I'm gonna lose my monetization, which is why I keep saying allegedly, possibly, and most likely, because not only does Carol push that trolley from the aircraft down the aisles of Westminster Abbey? She's known to have a little taste herself, so. Oh, I can only imagine at this point, Ivy here. I can only imagine. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am feeling good. And one of the reasons why I'm feeling upbeat is because I'm allowing some of the frustrations that I have with things that have been happening with all of those alleged co conspirators over there. One way I deal with it is by, you know, having a little fun. Why are we still looking at them? I got to get this picture off the screen. I am so sorry. Anything but that. Oh, not that. How about Lord Nappyhead? Ladies and gentlemen, Lord Nappyhead. Wasn't there a song called Get Nappy? Get Lord Nappy. Of course, he's not of African descent. He just looks like it. That's all. But yeah, we all know. Harry knows. Harry knows what's up with him. Oh, there they are. Okay, let me go back to some more comments. Okay. Cause he's nappy. Cause he's nappy. Yes, yes. That's why Carol is rushing for this. I don't think Carrie. Oh, let's see. Lydia says, nope, that's not what I saw. Where is it at? I think somebody said that he's Jamaican. Is that right? That Lord Nappyhead is from Jamaica? Carol has to bring her on. Oh, you guys are getting out of hand. Please don't go to the darkness. Only allow me to drift into the abyss. I want you guys to keep your pristine reputations, and mine is already soiled, so nobody's expecting much from me. But oh boy, this is like a party tonight. I'm having too much fun. Um, let's see. No, because that position was given because she was queen when her okay, so the queen mother was called the queen mother because she was queen consort to Queen Elizabeth II's father. So that's why they called her queen mother. I don't know, Patricia. I mean, I believe you. I believe you. That's not what I was saying, but I just think that somehow the tabloids are going to start beating this drum that she's like a queen mother. She's like a queen mother. And then next thing you know, everybody's going to start calling her the queen mother. Let's see, Baron, did you hear about the outrage that last Christmas Boris told the nation? Yes, I saw that. Can't visit their families, etc. Yet the secret Christmas party. Yes, I saw that. That was like big news a couple days ago. As a matter of fact, they have been dragging number 10 all over the place for that. I was shocked at how outraged people were because I thought they had this very comfortable relationship with the tabloids, but they have really been taking heat for it. So who knows? Maybe the tabloids are thinking that it's time for Boris to move on, to take that bad hairdo and to get the stepping. Let's see. But yeah, just remember you heard me say it first that I think at some point they are going to start murmuring this idea that Carol is the mother of the queen. And this would be like 20, 30 years from now. Um, if Charles, lasts that long on the throne. that they're going to start making these little sounds about her being like a queen mother. And the next thing you know, the tabloids are going to dub her the queen mother. But I hope that's not the case because, as you said earlier, that's not supposed to be Queen Elizabeth. Only had that title because she was QE2's mother. So we shall see. But I don't know that whole bunch. They 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 seem to make up the rules as they go along. So I could only imagine that somehow they will try to change the rules as they often do. And besides, she'll make a lot of money off the drinks on Kate's coronation day because you know she's going to take that trolley down the aisle and sell drinks. So she should make plenty money that. Carol is going to make a killing at the coronation selling drinks on her little air hostess trolley. Um, and when she does, then she can afford to pay the tabloids, allegedly, possibly, and kind of likely, to insist that she's the new queen mother. So oh boy, I tell you. Anyway, that's my little fantasy. I'm sure that there's no way in the world that's possible, but if it is possible and if it does happen, remember you heard it here first that Carol wants to be known as the new queen, the newly minted queen mother, complete with a okay, I was stalling. I will admit I was stalling, but I just found what I was looking for, and I think it is a hoot. This is the person in question at a soccer match. I'm sorry, at a football match. Yes, the tabloids have the love-hate relationship with her, and yeah, so there you have it. So she's going to mix as well as observe the coronation when Kate becomes the future queen consort. That you can count on. Why do I keep something like that in my library? Why? Why would that seem like it was necessary to have handy? I don't know, just for fun. Just for fun, I'm sure. But that's just how I see it. That she'll go down the aisles of Westminster, um, throwing packs of peanuts, pretzels, and with those little bottles on her trolley. Okay, I gotta stop. I have gotten as much mileage out of that as possible. So maybe we should move on. But it's just fun to think about, and that's all it is. We're just having fun. Um, I'm sure Kate finds it humorous. Duchess of Mumbles. I mean, she's always having a good laugh, always. And oh, what is that, Betty? Let me go back to that one. Carol don't have to worry about anything, Baron. Her company party pieces had a loss during the pandemic. Willie Leaks was at hand to help. Of course, he was there to help. Yeah, you know that was like the only. Well, let me stop. I shouldn't say that. Um, but let's see. They did call that. What was it? The party that Kate had at the chapel. The event. It was something carol, a Christmas carol, something like that. She would even manage to throw her mama's name in there. And the queen, the I'm telling you, the queen probably watched that event or was told about that event, and she probably was not very pleased. The dress code there was no dress code. Did you see some of the stuff that they were wearing? Did you get a load of some of the outfits that they wore to that event? Now, mind you, I didn't watch it. Let's see. I'm sending positive energy toward the brothers' reunification for the sake of Diana. Yes, mad wisdom. I agree. I agree. I mean, they are brothers. At the end of the day, they are brothers. Mary H says, Baron. Oh, I got to stop that from moving. Um, I don't think the people will like the Middletons in that position. There's other royals. There's other royals the people want in that spot, like Eugenie and her husband, and the royal. Let's see, or the royals. William is messing up. Yeah, Beatrice and Eugenie, for some reason, I don't know why they're not like uplifted more into doing certain things, but I don't know if that's Charles doing or whatever. Um, and of course, we all know Jax Brookbank is more than willing to give swim lessons to anybody. There I go being messy again. We all know that Jack Brooksbank is more than willing to give a hand to anybody when it comes to swim lessons. So you're absolutely right. Beatrice and Eugenie should have more opportunities to do some of that stuff. And as we have, as has been demonstrated, Jack Brooksbank. Oh, I knew I was going to be messy tonight, but I had no idea exactly how so. But with your encouragement, this live chat is going completely south. And for those of you who just joined us, welcome to the chat. I see we're at 582 people, so um, this is going well. But yeah, Jack Brooksbank is more than willing to help with swim lessons for anybody that yeah, he's just willing to help. Look at that dad bod. Is that a dad bod or what? That is a mad dad bod right there. That's somebody's daddy for sure. Now that just looked like somebody's daddy. And what is he? He's a bartender, right? Did she marry a bartender? I think he's a bartender. But yes, Lydia, he is a dad. Um what did I miss here? Plus Beatrice and Eugenie are not considered as okay. Lydia, let me be the one to to go there. Please let it be me. You have a pristine reputation to uphold, whereas mine has gone to the wayside years ago. I'm almost afraid to bring this up, but uh uh-huh, close friend, but they did attend the same events on occasion. Eugenie was working in the US at the time. Okay. I got nervous there, Ivy, but that's pretty good. I'm just nervous because I feel like I'm being a bad influence on you guys, and I'm dragging you into the abyss of messiness when we all are upstanding citizens who have our reputations intact. Oh, we have our reputations to consider. Anastasia Isabella says, but they will never be accepted by the aristocratic class as they are social climbers. Yes, they did call them the Wisteria sisters, didn't they? Because of their viney like ability to climb up into the aristocracy. Leave the royal bartender. Sonia Johnson says, Baron, leave the royal bartender out of it. Speaking of tender, if I was Jack Brooksbank, and I'm not saying what I'm thinking, but speaking of bartender or tender, um, I hope that that never happens either. Because that would be a tender situation. Let's see, Lydia, the York girls have more experience than Kate. Yes, they do. We are talking about royal service, right? Yes, they do. Well, if yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that one alone. You guys, um, we have crossed over into a void at this point, and I need to clean this up while I still have a podcast. So, uh, somehow I have managed to drag Lydia and Ivy into this sordid affair, but not Church Nelly. Church Nelly would go there anyway. But I have managed to. Oh boy. Oh, my face is hurting. I have to stop. I have to compose myself. I'm going to drink some water. As as they say, I have to reel it in. Yes, Church Nelly. Yes, absolutely. I understand. Love all the pettiness, shadiness, and all of the wretchedness. Yeah, we're just letting a little steam off because we're sick of it. Do you hear me? Sick! We're just sick of it. Uh, but I don't know about you guys. Suddenly, I feel better. I feel understood. I feel vindicated by a few things. Like, for instance, the the um, the idea that we're on the right side of history, because I feel like um, being there for the Sussexes is really not just about them, but it's about everybody who has been bullied or who has been, I guess, attacked by the tabloids and such. And when I say everybody, like for instance, some of my favorite people, like the Obamas, the Bidens, HRC, when those tabloids go after them, it really is like a punch in the gut for me. I hate to see some of the negative, nasty stuff they say. Like that one tabloid story where they said how many people listened to Harry before they quit their jobs. That whole headline was just driven for clickbait. But I can't believe this statistic because let's see, in the workforce, there's about what 160 million Americans that are employed. The number is probably higher if you consider other work, but they said 42 million people quit their jobs in October. Now that statistic seems incredibly high. And so the tabloids were trying to say that Prince Harry said something and 42 million people walked off their job. You know what that means? If that were true, which we all know it wasn't, if that were true, that means that y'all better leave him alone. Because if Prince Harry did have that kind of, I guess, power to get 42 million people to step off their jobs, that means you need to leave that brother alone. You know what I'm saying? Leave him alone. If he's got that kind of pull, you best leave him alone. Okay, you guys, I feel like a soccer mom in the front of a minivan and that there's all kind of stuff going on. And because I'm seeing, what is this I'm looking at here in the chats? What are y'all doing? I sound like a soccer mom. Kids, don't make me come back there. uh Oh. Yes, they can't find truck drivers. They don't have enough truck drivers. But like Brooks Bank is an English bar manager and brand ambassador. Sure he is. Also known as bartender. I'm sure he and Carol have a lot to discuss. Um Oh boy. So you guys, it has been like an hour and 46 minutes now. So we're gonna give it just I'm gonna just round it off at 2 hours again. As much fun as we're having. Oh wow, we got 620 people that has joined the party. Welcome to Royal Sussex. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. We're having fun, you guys. You guys that just joined us, you missed some fun stuff, so do make sure you go back and watch it from the beginning. I can't remember any of it, but I think we had fun because I am sitting here laughing until snot is running out of my nose. So I know I had a good time. Okay, this is a long one. Betty, this better be good. What you got for me? I have to say good night, everyone. I have a terrible head cold that affects my pharynx. Okay, I can't even pronounce that. Meantime, I've lost my voice. Oh, Betty, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. I don't know what region you live in, but if you live anywhere in the Midwest, it is that time of year. So make sure that if you are in a cold climate, you have to cover your neck when you go out, and cover your head because that's how you keep the heat in, and keep your chest dry. That's very important. Keep your chest dry, and whenever possible, keep your feet dry. And I hope you feel better. Everybody say goodnight to Vetty, and let's hope she's feeling better. Let's see, what else am I missing here? um Futurette will be queen consort, probably a title with no power. Future is so power hungry that he will not allow her to steal his shine. Well, there's a certain shine he has that nobody can steal. There's a certain shine that he has that nobody can steal. See that shiner? Yeah, nobody's going to steal that shine. What about that shine? Nobody's going to steal that. So he's got a shine, all right. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, Miss S. By the way, Miss S, hello. I didn't say hi to you today. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for constantly supporting Royal Sussex. The only thing that I'm enjoying saying more than hello, Ivy here, is Royal Sussex. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Oh boy. Well, anyway, so got about another 10 minutes. Anybody have any questions for me? Um Comments like, Baron, where is the merchandise? We've been waiting for a while and we're having a good time, but we still want a Royal Sussex tote bag. But it's coming, I promise. Soon, I'm gonna have the merchandise up and ready to go. Probably too late for Christmas, but believe me, by Rosh Hashanah, it will be up. Oh boy, I'm having so much fun with you guys tonight. This is a really my energy level is way up there. Let me get that guy off the screen cuz I'm sick of looking at him. You hear me? Sick of looking at him. Let's find something serene, something beautiful and powerful. There we go. Our queen. There we go. Cuz we love her. Yes, we do. We love Queen Doria. Doria is everything. She's the queen of everything. Harry has a household with two lovely queens and a future princess. Let's just face it, someday I hope. Um, yeah, Harry's doing it out there in Montecito. I wish I could be invited to the Sussex household, but because of some of the nature of my podcast, I'm not even sure that I can be within like 100 yards of the Sussexes. Yeah, I wouldn't want to taint them with my humor. So, you guys know what? Duchess, what is that? Who's coming on next? Anyway, there's another podcast coming up at 8 o'clock. I think it's well, you guys already know. So yeah, it's a good thing if I get off of here at 8. Special K is coming on at 8. So I will definitely meet you guys over at Special K's podcast, which starts at 8 o'clock. And if you guys feel like drifting over there to the chat, don't feel bad. We're having fun, but we got to get warmed up on Special K, right? So if you guys feel like drifting over there, I won't be offended because I love Special K. Special K gets real, don't she? I love Special K. Yeah, Special K is on in like 9 minutes. Let's see. What am I missing here? I'm going to read some more comments. Dory will have been better mother figure for William than Carol. Definitely. Definitely. But William, I wouldn't even want him near her. I wouldn't want him near anything that was important to me. Anything. He's just such I don't even want to say. I'd better not say it, but let's see. What am I missing here? Come on, chat. Okay, my screen is doing something funny, so I better close this out before I lose the screen because I think my signal is getting kind of weak. But when I say my signal is getting weak, for me that could mean a lot of things. Lori, let's see. Haven't heard from you for a while. Let's see. Okay, Baron. Um, the they have to cut your network at this point. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. KP is allegedly full of all kind of conspirators. You know how that Mormon Tabernacle Choir is. No offense to the Mormons, but that's code for it ain't too many brothers or sisters in there, if you know what I mean. Oh, okay, okay. Hi, Delphine. Okay, I just thought about embarrassing it was for Will and Kate to be at the church service. His own family, only Catherine the Great was smiling. Of course, she was smiling because she had the entire village of people there. Yes, the whole town of Buckleberry was at Westminster Abbey. That's how Carol is offsetting the financial losses that she that incurred during the pandemic. She gets a chance to go through Westminster Abbey with her air hostess trolley full of drinks for sale. So yeah, it all comes together, Delphine. It all comes together. Oh boy. You guys, we have had so much fun. Don't forget Special K is coming on. It's still 575 people here. But please do make sure you go over to Special K because Special K is going to be lively tonight, I'm sure. If it was anything like last time, it should be quite the party. I'm sure of it. Uh, you know how you think sometimes there's some things that it seems like Barron wants to say and he doesn't say it. That's where Special K comes in. She will say all the stuff that I hold back on and then some. So am I lying? Am I lying? She will say all the stuff that oh, Lydia, thank you for your constant support. Believe me, thank you. You and the rest of the mod squad, Anastasia, Church Nelly with her magic elixir. Um, who else? Oh, why am I going blank right now? Anyway, thank you, Mod Squad, for the constant support and for keeping our channel. And I do apologize, Mod Squad. I haven't gone through to permanently take care of some of those trolls, but that is going to be my project tomorrow, I promise. Okay, okay. Let me see. I'm going to do some more comments. My energy is way up tonight. I want to thank you guys for that because I was kind of not really down, but I needed this community tonight, and you guys brought it. Thank you, Baron and fellow squatties, for the fun time. Yes, well, thank you for being here, living in the triangle. Thank you very much for being here. Let's see. Michael Humphreys. Let's see. There's only one royal reporter I trust. His name is Omid Scobie. That's it. Michael, there's some people would disagree with that, but I like Omid. I like Omid. And there's a lot of us that have like a love-hate relationship with him, but I think on balance, he's pretty fair. But we just have to remember he is still a reporter. And all of them have to put food on their table. They have a lot of pressure. But you hear me say all the time that I saw Omid's. See, I always do that. I saw Omid's tweet and I saw such and such and such. So I quote him all the time. So let's just remember they're all human beings and they all put on their pants one leg at a time, just like the rest of us, except for, no, I'm not going to say except for, but okay, except for Pierce Morgan. He puts on his pants one hoof at a time. Old hog head Pierce Morgan. He puts on his pants one hoof at a time. Woo! I'm on fire tonight. I got to stop. How am I going to come down from this? You guys have got me all over the place. And in the meantime, some of you have gone into the abyss with me. I am not proud of myself at this moment. Let's see. Let's get a couple of more quotes in here. Baron, you can pick up any charity and we can donate to the charity on behalf of the Sussexes. Yeah. You know what? I should do that. I need to pick a charity. I gotta research that because I'm not sure exactly how to do that, but that'll give me some homework. Thank you for that. They had a special pandemic restriction for Kate. That's why. Yeah, you know what? They love to mention in the Daily Fail who wore a mask here, who didn't wear maskless Joe Biden, maskless so and so. But when it comes to the KP crew, they never mention who didn't have a mask on. Hey, you guys, you got to start getting out of here. Special K is on. So I'm gonna, yeah, I should just do this now. Let's all go over to Special K and let's continue to party over there. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for contributing to Royal Sussex, and thank you all for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, this has been a blast. I can't wait until Sunday. Okay, good night, everybody. Love you all.